Peace, y'all. We got a lot of training in today. Started off the morning with this 5x speed ab work. Taking the challenge by my boy Marquette, aka the Saint on YouTube. Check him out. We got a 15-day ab challenge where we do 3 ab workouts fresh out of bed in the morning. So I started off the day with that. Then we got right into back squats. Trying to take my back squat back. It's been the one lift that's been just bugging me recently. I haven't been able to push my max. It's really the only thing I haven't been able to push my max on. Started using weightlifting shoes just to help get my knees forward, stay more upright. First time I used the squat shoes, I hated it. I actually thought it was making me more difficult. I went to the gym and used them, but this time it started to feel better. So you saw me do the bar, then I do a plate. I'm doing triples pretty much all throughout the session for squats and deadlifts. So I'm hitting threes. I usually face the other way, but right now I'm just, because I don't need the safeties, I'm just walking it out and feeling good. I like the depth that I can hit with these shoes on and just kind of like bounce right out of it. So I'm actually starting to like it. That was 185. Then we're going to hit 225. Again, we're doing triples. Threw on the knee sleeves. Starting to feel good. I'm also starting to like the fact that my legs look bigger. Honestly, I can notice that now. I've been told that, but I actually notice it now. I've always had chicken legs growing up, so this is pretty cool. Especially considering I'm down a couple pounds. I'm like hovering right at 170. I used to be closer to 175, but I feel good right now where I'm at. And now this is 275 for a triple. Trying to get to parallel, not really much more than that, not too worried about it. But I felt pretty good after this. I was like, ooh, okay, all right, that actually felt pretty good. Last time I did this, I didn't even want one rep of 315. So I'm like, all right, do I got three? Because technically 3 reps at 315 is a PR. I've never done more than 2. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Again, I'm trying to take this back squat back. My PR is 345. I have been stuck there for a while. I haven't even done much more than 315 for a while. So I feel really good about that set. Again, I'm not worried about the depth until I do this back off set. So this back off set is 245, and I'm going to go ass to grass. And at first, I was going to do 3. And I said F it and I went for 6, and that's a PR, especially considering that it's ass to grass. So you can see the difference. Yeah, that felt really good. You see me hit a little shimmy. I'm proud of that one. I'm proud of that workout, that little squat session. I almost wanted to keep squatting too. I probably should have pushed the max. But on to deadlifts. I like to squat and deadlift on the same day. Not going crazy with the deadlifts today. Again, just doing triples. This is a plate plus a chain, so it's gonna put it around 160-ish. Then we're going to do 245 for a quick triple. Feeling good. And then we're going to hit 355. And again, if you pay close enough attention, the outside plates are 55-pound plates. So that's why I went from 245 to 355. Because I added 110 pounds. So it's a nice little triple. And that honestly felt a little heavier than I would like to admit. I thought I had more after that. I tried a PR. I tried 405 for a triple. I just didn't have it. So I moved on to RDLs. I'm going to do more RDLs and hamstring work today because I've been neglecting my hamstrings. And after doing some sprint work, I realized I need to get faster. It might also help my knee development. I realized all my leg training is in the front of my legs and my glutes. Very little of it, other than my running, is in my hamstrings. So I'm doing RDLs. These are for 5, so I did 245 for 5 twice. And then this is a PR, 275 for 5. This feels pretty good. I'm just trying to really feel it in the hamstrings. That's the key. That's why I'm using straps. I don't want to think about grip. I don't want to think about my back, really. I'm really trying to get that all in the hamstrings. Yeah, feeling good. And from here, we're going to do a ton of accessory work. Split squats, I don't do these enough. Fix my imbalances. I thought my left leg was weaker than my right leg. But it turns out that my right leg is weaker than my left leg. So that was good to know. Especially less stable. So I don't know if it's actually like the musculature is weaker. If you look at my right leg, it actually looks more defined. But it's less stable. This right here, my groin needed this so bad. If you've been following the channel, I had some groin issues. And my groin needed this so bad. It's one of the moments I feel the issue the most still, even though it's pretty close to healed. When I squeeze my legs together is when I really feel it. So I did 3 sets of like 25 of those. Last one was like 30, so that was good. And then again, we're back to the hamstrings. This is how I know my hamstrings are weak, especially compared to the rest of my body. I can't do one Nordic curl. I got to get this assisted. I know when I can hit at least one of these, just full out, I'm going to be a monster. So I'm going to make sure that I get my hamstrings up. I used to be a fast guy, a sprinter, super fast on the football field, etc. So to not have that explosiveness that I once had, even though I'm still faster than most people I know, I just want to get it all the way back. And I'm the type of person that trains for everything right now. So I just want to be an absolute monster. So I'm going to really focus on the hamstring work and the RDLs and the Nordics and really get my hamstrings where they need to be. Yeah, this took a lot out of me. That was brutal. The glute bridges actually hit the hamstrings a little bit too, which I was happy about. So I hit, I don't know, like 3 sets of 15 of these or something like that, 4 sets. My daughter tried to join in. I told her she should join in, and she thought it would hurt her private part to do that exercise, which was hilarious. But I finally got her to do it, which was cool. And then some sissy squats. Who needs a leg extension machine when you can just do sissy squats? 20 pounds. I did a bunch of sets of those. And then knee raises. My groin needed this. My groin and the hip flexors really needed this to get stronger in that area. I'm just trying to hit all the little spaces that I neglect. I'm just trying not to leave any stone unturned. I don't do enough accessory work. I hate arm training. Everybody knows that. But these little accessory works for my legs in particular, and I think my shoulders too, will do me a lot of good if I stick to it. So that's the work for today. And then I finished it up with a 5K. Nice little 5K run for dinner. Not a bad pace for after leg session. All right, see y'all next time. Get that work in.